Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to today's educational video. 4-H provides opportunities for young people and adults to experience the world of science, healthy living, and civic engagement, and just about anything in between. If you can think it, I'm sure we offer it. Today's activity we'll be talking about both leadership and science. Now you may be wondering, how can we connect the two? But I can only tell you one thing, that it is possible. For this activity, you will need a few things. You will need a plate, preferably white. You will need Q-tips or cotton swabs. You also need food coloring in all four colors. You will also need dishwashing liquid, and you will need some milk, whole milk, and it must be room temperature. So the first thing we'll do is pour the milk. We want to make sure that the milk covers the entire bottom of the plate. Now the milk will also represent our school, it can represent a group of people, or it can also represent our community, whichever one you want it to represent. The next thing to do is to add the food coloring. Today I'll be using 4 different colors. You can use up to 3 to 4 different colors. Now each color, we want to make sure that we drop at least 2 to 3 drops into the milk. Now the food coloring represents the different people within our school, our community, and our country, and our world. Just like in our schools, we have students, teachers, staff, volunteers, and in our communities, we have many people that make up different cultures, personalities, and other things. Notice what happens to the color. It may spread out a bit, but it really stays to itself. There really isn't any movement or action within our school or our community. Now let's take the Q-tip. The Q-tip represents you as a student leader or community leader, and the dish soap represents your leadership qualities and all the leadership skills you're learning. Now let's see what happens when a student leader or a community leader starts to work within their school or their community. Let's talk about the science of the activity. Milk is mostly water. It contains vitamins, minerals, proteins, and tiny droplets of fat suspended in the water. So here I just started to turn the plate a little bit so you can see more of the color, so we can see what actually is taking place during this activity. So 2 things happen: exploding colors and twisting and rolling of colors. Since milk is mostly water, it has surface tension like water. The food coloring, which is also mostly water, just sits on the top of the surface. So the soap wrecks the surface tension by breaking the cohesion bonds between water molecules, which allows for the colors to move around in the milk. Also, when we add the soap, the weak chemical bonds that hold the proteins in the solution, they become altered. The molecules of protein and fat roll, bend, and twist, and the food coloring molecules are bumped and shoved everywhere. Relating this activity to real life, understand the roles that leaders play in our schools and our communities. They can break down boundaries between groups and get them interacting. They can help create excitement and help create action. They can create new lovely colors of friendship and teamwork by getting people to mix and become involved within their school and their community. Just like the soap broke the surface tension, leaders can help break apart cliques. And sometimes the change in our schools and our community is very evident, and sometimes it is more subtle. The swirling is often very active at first, but as it slows, you have to watch more carefully to see the small bits of movement. And sometimes leaders create big impact or change, and many times leaders create small or subtle changes or actions. We can all do our parts to be leaders within our school, our community, our country, and our world. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.